this installment, we're gonna just have a little fun, really. Typical basic type of scene. I put a little bit of glycerin on here just to keep the paint flowing, moving around. We'll see what happens. Okay, this is a 12 by 12 inch canvas panel. All right, I'm gonna start off with just two colors right now. We're gonna play around. It's just deep purple and white. I'm gonna take a fan brush, okay, and I'm gonna double load the brush. Half is purple, half is titanium white. We'll keep the white upward, the purple down below. And we'll just take the fan brush, just like this, and we'll just kind of stir it around, just like so. We'll just mess around with it. Now, obviously, you see the purple taking up the white, and that's fine. That's fine. We'll keep on playing with it. We're gonna mix it in there. Come down here a little bit. Come around in here. Now, obviously, the brush is the purple's overpowering the white for right now. And that's fine. It's all right. Okay. I'm gonna clean off the brush. So we're gonna get a nice, interesting cloud pattern. We're gonna just take the brush, dip it in titanium white, and we'll just kind of play around in there, get different circular motions in there, just like that. And I'm gonna go back into my titanium white. I'm gonna switch hands, come over here, and same circular movement, just like that. Just kind of twirl it around a little bit. Kind of looks crazy, right? I know it does. It's okay. We're having fun. Take it, just twirl it around. It's all right. And we're just going to capitalize on what I've done. Just take it and we'll just softly blend. And we get our nice, mysterious purple, white skies happening there. And basically, I'm just brushing off, flattening the streak marks. But I want to keep it kind of active like that. So you don't over blend it. Okay, still going in one direction. Okay, I'm wiping off the extra purple off my brush and just keep playing on around with it. I'm gonna come down below, we'll just fade it away. There's gonna be other things going on below here, but we'll just kind of flatten that out there. It's no big deal. All the action is happening up there. Okay, all right. Now, if you want, now that you just smooth all of this out, let's go back to our fan brush. Go into some more white, just on the tip of the brush. And if you want, you see, you just add some more love, some more brightness in there, here and there. Just keep it pretty interesting. We'll tap some more in there. Bring it down here a little bit. Just want the white to show a little bit more. We'll pop in some here, just like that. I really don't need any extra over here, but just like that. Just play it around there. Just tap it in there. Stir it around. And I'll leave it like that. Once I blend that in, we'll keep it. Doing this very lightly, kind of wisp those patterns in there. Okay, the more you blend, the more it blends in. So as you do it, you look at it, check it out, see where it's heading, see what it's looking like there. Some of these you can have a little more intensity in your clouds. Some of them you fade back, because the more you blend it in, the more it blends into your background. I'm talking about the clouds, the white paint. Okay, so now you've got some a little more bold, some a little more subtle. All right, so it looks like there's actually something going on back there. The paint's easily manipulated, still wet, so you can really go in and fine-tune stuff. All about hand pressure. All right, and we're gonna leave it like that. I like the way that looks, but there's your purple. It's just purple and white. That's it. All right, and then you get all these interesting flavors and stuff going on with it. Okay, now you leave it alone. All right. Okay. Let's get an interesting put the blue right next to the brown here. The phthalo blue is pretty powerful color. You only need a little bit of it. All right. Okay. Put the cap on here. I'm gonna show you guys something. I can mix this paint here because I got a tiny. So I'm gonna use a palette knife like this. So I'm gonna take a little bit of brown with me. We'll turn this around like this. We'll put it right here. Get a mountain color going. A little bit of that phthalo blue. Okay, right there. And we just kind of mix it up in there. So we'll get our mountain color like that. I'm gonna spread this out a little bit. Okay. And I'll just kind of scrape it there, and we'll just kind of spread that out like that. No big deal. Spread it right out. All right, just like so. Okay. Let's get our credit card. Which side should I use? I guess I'll use this side. Just take a little swipe across like that. See, just a little swipe. Using the credit card, just a little edge. Let's go here to the mountain, or to the canvas here. I'll zoom in a little bit here for you. That should be good. We'll put it right there in the center. Okay, what shape do you want your mountain? Up to you entirely with a credit card. Let's have him maybe around there. And we'll just kind of shape that guy. Something like that. Put him around and we'll kind of fade him out. You do want a very sharp edge on your mountain. Okay, a little swipe there. So you want him pretty sharp, decent edge like that. Now on the bottom here, you just fade it out. It doesn't matter here on the bottom. Just kind of drag it down there. All right, just like that. We'll fade all of that out later. Still keep it, give a couple rumbles in there. There you go. And kind of put it out that way. All right, just like that, just whatever. Okay, we'll get another swipe of color. There we go, swipe it across. Like I say, just a credit card. You see the angle I got it, right? See the tip of it there? Right up in there. Keep on going. You don't have to make it. See, you're gonna make it dramatic later on. We'll kind of one of those numbers, and then we'll come across here. I'm gonna borrow some of that, put it up here. So you want it kind of interesting and have it just fade out over on that side. Here you can just drag it out, drag it right out. Put it on there. You hear me scraping because you don't have to have it on very thick. This is just your base color, just like that. Nice little credit card mountain. And wipe the rest off there. Don't matter. Okay. Don't worry. We're going to be back to this credit card, and we're going to be back to this mountain in a second. Let's take our. We'll just take this brush, and we're going to take it, and we'll just kind of see that. Bring it down. Bring it just like that. Come on here. Kind of bring it on out there, just like that. Okay. I'm wiping my brush off over my towel. And you just do little crisp X strokes like this, kind of fade it very lightly. Look at this, make it disappear. And just fade it into nothing. X strokes, very soft X strokes like that. Okay, don't worry about, it's gonna fade away, so fret not. Bring it down, just drag it down into nothing. You can drag it down as far as you want. Just wanna kind of quietly fade it off there. This part I need a little more character in it. So I'm going back to my credit card. swipe off a little bit of paint and have a little more oomph right up in here. Just kind of a little more there. It's a little more character over there. And once again, I'll take my giant brush wherever I placed it. I place it without thinking, and that's why I stop and look. Ah, there it is in front of my face. Okay, and once again, blend it out. Just like that, just kind of blend it out. Blend it out. It's okay if it goes further down, doesn't matter. All down here, doesn't matter. Okay, just like that. Let's go back to our credit card. Okay, let's really zoom into our mountain here. My bad, sorry about that. I'm gonna straighten all that out anyway in editing. Okay, that's actually perfect. Okay. Now, with this color that we have, we're going to get a little bit of white, just like that. Put it in there. Mix it up in there like that. Mix that white in with that color. Spread it out like that. This is a great way to get rid of all your old credit cards. You can get a little bit of paint. Okay, actually it has to be a little bit brighter than what I'm looking at. You'd be surprised how much white you would need. Okay, and once again, I'm just spreading it out. Give a nice little cut across. You just want a small bit. Now, with Mr. Credit Card here, you can start scraping. It depends on where you want your light source to be. Okay, and so maybe you want it on this side, and we just kind of take it. Now, that's not, believe it or not, it's not light enough. Need some more white. Really put it in there. Like I said, you'd be surprised how much white you would need for it to show. Let's try that. Once again, we'll come here. There we go. We'll come here and add some love, just like that. Put those peaks in there. Just like that. You see how it's starting to form? Okay, and I'm just using the credit card. We'll just kind of angle something here. Just like that. Come on down there. Start putting it in there real light. See how it breaks apart? Okay, take it from over here, come on down. See, you put the credit card really flat and very lightly you start breaking things up here. The paint breaks on its own. So I bet you didn't think you can get texture from a credit card, huh? See, the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing is I'm showing you it's not necessarily the instrument, it's the technique. Okay, little roll of paint. Come here, where's your credit card? Go nice and flat. Whatever angles you want to wiggle it, you wiggle it, whatever. See this? All sorts of interesting happenings going on over there with this fellow. Let's get a little touch of white. Show it to you this way. I'm not pulling your leg. Little swipe of paint, little roll of paint. Okay. And we'll go back on our credit card adventure. Right up in here. Come up in here, bring it down. Look at that. Instant mountain texture. Now, if I can do it with a credit card, I know that you guys can do it with a palette knife. Come here. Come down. Just go down. Let's give them a little something connecting right up in there. Look at that. So I don't want to hear any excuses. Because if I can do it with a credit card, you guys can do it. Come up in here, add some love right up in there like that. All right. Let's go with a little bit of our umber. We'll put it right in here. We're going to come with a dark color. A little bit of that blue. We're going to mix it in there. Mix it in, mix it in. So we're gonna go with the dark part of the mountain. Okay. And I take it, I'll spread it out. Get a nice little swap across. So we're gonna do the dark part of the mountain now. Okay. In the dark part of the mountain is right up in here. Usually you would go the opposite direction. All right, I'm gonna turn my credit card around and we'll give it a nice little, see that? Come on around in here a little bit. You see that? Let the paint break. All right, and just have a good time with it. Come here on this little corner. Come here, add some of that, curve it around. Don't be afraid to go in a nice U formation. See this? Look at those dips and valleys you're getting. Okay. Once again, I'm just using the credit card. Slide it across, just like that. See? Come on down here with it a little bit. Okay. Let's get some of that love up in here. Make it a little darker. See, you need contrast. Look at that. You just need a little contrast. I like this little gully in here, so let's really pump up some dark there. Like that. I'm getting a little bit more brown. Take my credit card and I'll put it in there. A little brown in there. A little bit of blue. Take it, mix it in there. See this? Mix it right in there. Spread it out. You cut across. And I'm going to emphasize some dark in there. It's like that. Just like so. Rub some of that out there. Look at that. You can come on the other side here, tease a little bit of color in there. Okay. We'll get a little bit of darkness in here. Just rub it around in there. I'm gonna take some of this and I'm gonna rub it down in here. Just like that. Fade it right on out there. See this? All sorts of beautiful things you can do here. Get all that texture going down below there. All right, travel some of that darkness up in here. I'm just flattening the credit card using some of that color. Just like that. All right, okay. Let's get, to really show it off, let's get pure white. I'll put it right here. And you just need a little bit of white. The brighter the highlight, the less of it you need, but we're gonna get some peaks going. I'll get my head out of the way. And very light, now you can just do a touch. Okay. And we're just gonna touch up some peaks there. Just like that. Go flat with your card. Let's get a little more white. You do need some paint. Nice swipe across and just takes a touch, just a gentle little touch. See this? Let the paint break apart and do its thing. Bring it out this way like that. Okay, just put a little bit of love right up in there like this. You want to get it to break apart and just like that. We'll kind of get a little slide or something right in there. Let's go up in here. See? I'm not going to overdo it, but you want just a little where the snow is, where the highlights are going with it. A couple bits there. Swing some of that up that way. Okay. You don't have to go crazy with it. I'm just getting a little touch of white. Like I say, once again, it's just a credit card, me and a credit card. So like that. Okay. I'm still looking at it, deciding if I need to add a little more love somewhere else. Up to you. How far up the mountain you want to go with it. How far down the mountain you want to go with it. Up to you. Add all sorts of interesting things there going on with your mountain. Right in here, a little bit of something there. Smooth some of that out. Okay, we'll leave it alone. Dip my thumb into the umber. That's always pleasant. Okay, we're gonna move right along. Let's take the same brush, this guy. We're gonna come down a little bit. And very lightly, you tap it, you bring it downward. Go in the direction of the mountain itself. Tap, go here on the other side, tap downward. Just like that. And you slightly, lightly brush upward into the mountain. Get that little fade, little mist stuff going on. In the direction, go opposite side. Just like this. And once again, very lightly. Now, if you're intimidated by the big brush, use the smaller, softer hair brush. Okay, up to you at this point, really. Just like that. All right, we can add some real mysterious stuff going on. We're gonna get a little bit of white, just slightly below the mountain, down here somewhere. Just tap it in really, and we'll kind of circle it, just like that. Just to brighten up that bottom up on there. Get a little bit right, just the corner of the brush. You just need a little touch of white. Come down here. Okay, just down below in here like that. Tap it lightly up there. Okay, I'm wiping off my brush. And once again, circular motion is very light, very airy. If you gotta use the corner of the brush, use the corner of the brush. But you're just bringing some of that up in there like that. And bring it down below, it doesn't matter. Okay. Let's Jesus, I'm gonna be doing a lot of editing with this. This stand here is really touchy. And once again, well, down here I'm gonna go a little heavier. Really blend it into the, there's really not much medium. It's kind of dried up a little bit, and that's okay. Just like that, we're gonna dry that up there. But here, very light, very light, very light. Remember, the more you blend, the more it blends in. It's very gentle. You don't want to get rid of all of your different values in there, but just like so. Okay, just a little mist there. All right, let's take a smaller fan brush. Let's go into, because we only got a few colors here, let's take we'll take a little touch of brown. I'll go into my dark mix here. I'll just put the brown in there, a little touch of blue. Okay, we'll get some foothills going. Okay, with trees covering them. Let's start from, you can do these a few different ways. Okay, let's take the brush, press, and just go upward. Press, go up like this, go straight up. See this? Look, you get instant forest. Press and go upward. Stagger them a little bit. Let's go bring a couple up into the high mountains there. You're establishing a landmass there. And just put some up around in here. Go straight up. All right, don't try to make them look picture perfect pretty. All right, stagger them a little bit. So it looks like you got some land, some trees going on up there. Okay, let's get some here. So like that. We'll pop in some here. Stagger them. Let's come up here. Go straight up. Don't make them all even. Stagger them a little bit. Come on down here a little bit. Just like this. Just got some stuff going on there. Just like that. You got a heavy patch of trees right in here. Now watch what I'm going to do after this. You can take the same brush if you would like, and you just touch. You're fading it into that color. Just touch, blend it in, just tap. See that? Don't rub, just tap it in there. Put it right in there like that. Put it, go upward here. So if you want to soften a few, just tap it in there. Okay. Come down here, just tap a few, just tap. And you're actually blending it in to your, we kind of missed out some of these up here. You don't have to, everything don't have to be in super sharp detail. You come here and you tap a few in there, in here. See that? It's really your discretion. Okay. Take Mr. Oversized brush again. Very lightly, X strokes. X strokes. Now I'm on canvas. X strokes. Blend it in there. Very light touch here. I got a very light touch. More down on the bottom here. Just blend it in. Come up here a little bit. Blend it in. Just like that. Just blend it in. Okay. All right. Just like so. Okay. All right. We can take a little bit of white. We'll touch up a little bit of little fog. Go down below though. What you want to do is go down below your tree line, and then you bring it up into the tree. And we'll just tap it a little bit here. Okay, just like that. Have no fear. I'm turning my brush around. I got a little extra paint. Just kind of do one of those numbers. And then very lightly, you kind of come down from the bottom and you bring it up. A lot of you might be intimidated going this far trying to do this, but don't be. You're just building up a little more mist like that. And once again, very lightly, very light. A lot of you see me doing this and you think you're gonna wipe away all your detail. You'd be surprised. You put it into the canvas, okay, and you varying your hand pressure. All right, so you're not really killing it. Okay, down here it's okay. It's all right down here. You're gonna have stuff in front of this. Okay. Let's move right along. What am I gonna put down there? Who knows? Let's I guess we can we'll play around some taller trees. We'll get a landmass going there. Let's start with trees looking like this. We'll get some more brown. Get a little heavier blue this time. I'm using a very tiny hog's hair brush, fan brush. And we're gonna get some trees. We're gonna use the vertical, and we'll put, we'll go here. We'll just kind of tap this way, go straight down, tap it like that. Okay, and we're gonna get some interesting looking, just like this. Go straight down. But you see the way they're starting to look. I'm gonna have to go a little bit darker so they can stand out in front of all of that a little better. So what it is actually me using more paint. Get it darker there. Go down like this. Go downward like that. But you see what it's starting to look like here. It has some a little taller, but go downward. Just like that. And we'll kind of, as I'm going straight down, we'll kind of get it a little narrow. I'll start doing it this way and get a nice little line going. But just like that. And we'll bring some down, bring some up. Just like this. Now I can actually have something pretty interesting going on here. We'll do it this way. You guys can still see me. Bring some taller like that. We'll make instant reflections there. Show you how easy you can do this, just like that. Okay. All right. We're going to take the same large brush that I had. We're going to come here. We're just going to press and just go downward. Press, go downward. Press. Just go down, straight down. Go straight down. Just like that. Go straight down. Just like this. I'm going to take the same brush and I'm going to just kind of go in this direction, right across. Look at that. It look like glistening water now, doesn't it? Okay. See that? See how you can do that? Okay. I'm going to really sell that right now. Take a palette knife. I'm going to get a little bit of white. Only needs to be on the edge of the brush or the knife. We're going to come here. We're going to just kind of, we'll do it from here. And we're just going to get a nice straight line there. Angle that knife. Try to keep it as straight as you can. Just like that. Okay. bring that right to the end there. We kind of see that, get some nice glistening, glaring stuff happening there. Get a little bit more white. We'll just do a nice little gentle tap this way. Come out this way a little bit. Make sure you put some light, put some paint on your brush, just like that. Come out this way, just like that. Bring that out a little bit, just like so. Okay, let's take the edge of our knife, press, and get some trunks in there. Have some come way up there like that, but let's get some varium come down from the bottom. Have crooked ones, have some straight, some narrow. Go up here, just like that. Just scrape it in there. You guys can do this. Mock it. Do the same thing down here. Okay. Primarily where it's dark at, you kind of press them in there. See? Put them in there. Just like that. Just like that. Now you got some reflections happening there. Okay, you see how easily that can be done. Okay, like I say, it's a pretty general type of scene there with our stormy clouds. Got our big old mountain. Okay, let's put a landmass coming this way, a little alcove or something. All right. Oh, I think I'll have this one a little more truer in color, maybe not. Right now I just need a nice mound of color going on. So I think I'm gonna take advantage of the rest of this brown. I'm gonna use a larger fan brush. So we're gonna go into we're gonna need more brown. Who am I fooling? But we'll take the rest of it and we'll put it in here. I'll use a little bit of purple too. Take it and stir it right in there. Now that needs to be much darker because it's in front of everything. So let's put the camera back a bit. Just like that. We'll aim this downward. Okay. Yeah, we need more dark here. Definitely need more dark. So hold on one second. I don't like to really cheat, but we're gonna cheat today. I'm gonna use a touch of black. We need something pretty dark so everything else goes backwards while whatever's in the foreground gets thrown directly up front. Okay. I don't need too much black. I just dumped my handle in the glycerin. Okay, little touch of black into this purple-ish mix. No glycerin. I might need a touch of water, but no glycerin. Just to loosen up the paint a little. Okay. So, we want some darkness coming. We'll throw a tree, well, at least with the line of the tree, we'll put the tree right about here. Not necessarily the straightest tree, a little crooked, come down this way. Okay, and we're going to establish the land right about, probably right about in here, maybe. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of bring it down. We'll bring it up a little bit around in here, and we'll kind of have it come downward. But we're gonna make this nice and solid, pretty dark. We'll build up our shrubs and stuff in here. Right now we're just blocking all of that in. Block it all in. Okay. And if you notice, I'm tapping and I'm not really like painting, rubbing it in there. I want the texture, which is why I'm doing what I'm doing. I want the texture. Brush is coated full of color. Now you would figure I would do one of these numbers, but let's not. Let's do one of these. It needs water. I will use heavy body acrylic paint. So we need water to loosen up the paint and a light touch. This paint is very dark and you kind of want interesting things happening here. All right, so we'll just kind of tap it this way. And as I'm doing it, like I said, I want the middle to be fairly deep, but we're gonna kind of play with that edge of the brush and we're gonna get some interesting little patterns going on in there. Just like that. Come on down, like so. Make interesting little shapes. Bring some of them outward like that. And it all depends on how big you want the tree, okay, and how wild you want it. But I do want it dark, like that. Let's go for a smaller fella. Put another one in there. Nothing really directly in the center, so we'll put one right about here. Right about here, we'll kind of put him here. And once again, kind of fill him out a little bit. He's a little bit heavier toward the bottom, of course. But you see, it's a different type of pine tree. Nice tranquil little scene, not too bad. Water it down and use a light touch. All right, so I'm getting a little water on my brush, light touch. Now, this is like a weird purplish, light purple for this, but I'm just gonna, now the light's on this side, okay? And we're gonna use it just to kind of the corner of the brush and get some interesting patterns. You can push or come downward. Light touch though. We'll bring it down there a little bit. It's gentle. You barely see it. We'll go a little stronger, but I can take this light color and we'll start kind of popping in grasses in here, just like that. See this? I think you guys can see a little bit of that there, and we're just giving it a little push with the brush. Okay. We'll go brighter, but much like that. Need more of an intense color to kind of bring a little more interest into the painting. So hold on one second. I'm going to dip a little bit of sap green in here. I don't have too much white. Won't matter at this stage because we're nearing the end here. Okay, I'm gonna use the smaller fan brush. So I got a little sap green. I don't have much white left, but that's okay. I'm gonna lighten it, put a little bit of gray in that sap green. Okay. I'll use the little fella here, and we're gonna get some interesting, we're gonna tap some interesting green patterns in here. Now he's a little fellow, so just be careful. But we'll pop a little bit of green in there. That's like that. The bigger fella here will get some interesting kind of patterns. If you want to aim it downward, aim it downward. Bring a little bit of that pattern to the other half, to the other side. Okay, I'm getting some more. I don't have to really go overboard with the brightness with this, and bring him down a little bit, just like that. All right. So he's got shades of, we'll go some darker green. We'll pop a little bit of darker green on the other side, just a little bit. You may see some of this, you may not, but it's a little darker green here. And we can play around that dark green right up in here on the bottom. I'll bring a little bit of that in there. Going back into my green, using the same fan brush, and we're tapping in a little bit of, just a little bit of color in there. Putting it toward the back of the little hill there. We're gonna splatter some red and stuff in there, or whatever, just like that. Very, very simple. You see it down here. There we go. Okay. All right. Let's take a little bit of, I think I might have a little bit of white left. It didn't totally take off all the water off my brush. I'm just going into white. Closer you are, the more control you have over the splatter technique. The farther you are, the more sporadic. We're gonna just take it and, you guys, I know you guys can see a little bit of that there. And we'll kind of put some love in there. Just like that, just a few bits in there. Just like that. I know you guys can see that. So we've got a little bit of wild stuff happening there. Have a little fun with this. Okay. All right. Almost ready to call it quits here. We're going to take our palette knife. We're going to scrape a little bit of that white. Just a little bit. Maybe even a little bit of that gray. We're going to sneak some trunks in, a little bit of a tree trunk in there. Just like that. You don't have to make it join all the way. Put it right there at the top up here though. Just like a little bit of that up there. That might even suffice a little bit. And you know, you need a little bit of something right here with this fellow. Just a little something right up in there with that guy. That's about it, really. You know, I can pop in some little stick things up in here like that. You know, whatever. Come before it here, pop in some little gray things, some interesting little doodads or whatnot. Okay. Okay. We'll take a script liner and we'll throw in some, let's see what I got here. I got a little bit of water on my script liner. I'll go into this dark a little bit. We'll put in some long grasses. We'll come here and we'll just kind of pop in some. There we go. Got some long grasses in here going all sorts of directions with it. Make some higher than others. Get some water. You gotta have your paint at a very inky consistency for it to work, for it to stick. Okay. There we go, like that. So we got a nice little batch here. Okay. So we got a little batch there. Getting some more water, plenty of water. We'll have some here in the corner. We'll have it kind of lean toward that way. And you curve it just like that. And you kind of narrow them down. So it's got to look a little interesting patch of color right there. Pop it in there like this. Okay. And you keep it moving just like that. Just kind of put some up in there, nice little clump of dark grass there. Put some little ones going off panel. It's okay. See, just pile it in there. Nice little, cute little nature scene. We'll kind of pop some little fellows in here like this. You can go with lighter ones if you would like. If you have enough white left or something bright, okay, and you're using the tip of the brush, and you can throw some lighter guys in there if it's bright enough. Mine might not be bright enough. It needs more white, and I really don't want to grab the white, but you can throw some brighter ones in there. Mine isn't bright enough, and I ran out of white. Which is kind of odd, because how am I going to sign my name, right? But I'll pop my name in there somewhere. I'll do it in there real quick. Just like that. It might be hidden if someone puts a frame on that, but it's okay. There we go. Something like that. All right. Let me pull back there. You guys can check this out. Putting the brushes focus there. You guys can see that. All right. Well, there you go. Very simple. Very simple. Did the credit card mountain for you. Our little purple moving sky. You got our foothills, baby foothills back there. You got our pines in the back here. Our makeshift lake that we didn't really do anything with, but just push the paint down and get some white paint and, you know, throw our little waves and stuff in there. And then our customary dark foreground. Okay. Very Bob Ross-esque, I guess you should say. But it's like I say, 12 by 12 panel. Very, very quickly done. Nice little practice painting, for you to get your subjects, get practice in your subjects. I'm trying to say. Let me know what you think. Chime in. Thumbs up, thumbs down, either one, as long as I get some kind of response. And love to hear your input on it. And until next time.